All right. Good morning. I am Mavis Fodness, and welcome to Star Media. I'm coming to you from our Star Media studio in downtown Luverne. Today, we're talking about the National FFA Week, and with me, our guest, Jaden Reisch. He is president of the Luverne FFA chapter, and Jack Moser, who is president of the Hills-Beaver Creek chapter in Hills. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you.
FFA is a national organization that was formed in 1928, which helps students develop leadership and career skills through ag education. So tell me, we'll start with Jaden here. How many years have you been in FFA, and maybe tell me a little something what drew you to joining the organization?
I've been in it about 5-6 years, and I just always liked agriculture, and it was a good thing to be in for a club.
Okay. Now, one thing I've learned is that you're basically a first-generation member,
Yep.
remember, and something about FFA with career development, it isn't just for those interested in farming. Since we call you a town kid
Yeah.
in terms. What's something that gave you that experience that said, maybe I'll try FFA and see if this organization can lead me into a career that...
I've always grown up on the farm with all the cattle and everything, and helping my grandpa on the farm.
Okay.
So I think I spend more of my time out in the country than I do in town. I just sleep in town pretty much.
There we go. Sounds good. Now, how about you, Jack?
Well, I've been part of our FFA chapter for 4 years now, since I was a freshman. I've been an officer for 3 of those 4 years, and unlike Jaden, I'm not a first-year FFA or generation or whatever. I guess my dad really got us started, because his senior year, he was also president of the FFA.
Okay.
And my 2 older siblings, they did it. So growing up on a farm and everything, being involved with agriculture, kind of obviously a no-brainer.
Yep.
Join FFA, and yeah, it's kind of what I've been doing ever since.
Now, FFA offers a variety of activities, within the local chapter. You can earn leadership or scholarship pins, or you can go on a more regional level. You can do the career development events, what we mainly call judging teams. Have you guys been a part of the CDE?
Yeah, I've been on the livestock judging team, and I've done a couple other ones, and like horse judging and fish and wildlife I did 1 year. But I mostly stick to livestock judging and egg mechanics.
Okay.
I've done a couple CDEs, and the one I did last year was livestock judging. That's what I'm going to be doing this year too.
Okay.
But my freshman and sophomore year, I was part of the egg sales team. So those are the 2 I've been part of.
Great. So what's one thing that you've learned being a part of a judging team that now you've been bringing forward and maybe helping you now as seniors in the FFA chapter?
With the livestock part of it, I've noticed that with being beef producers and sending to Tyson and everything, it's a lot different than show cattle.
Oh,
You
okay.
look for way different things.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like he said, growing up on a farm, you're looking for different things when you're selling animals.
Yep.
And you get there and you put down what you think, 'cause that's what you've all you've known, and they show you your answers, and they're like, huh, I would have never guessed that.
Never guessed
I
that.
didn't get a single thing right.
Yeah, so it's just
No.
different, I guess.
Okay. Yep. And then, with your years through FFA, you can have your supervised agricultural experiences, the SAEs. And some kids, they start them out, I think with Jack, you started out maybe as a freshman,
Yep.
building your own, is it beef herd?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Beef herd.
So where are you at? I mean, based when you were a freshman and now when you're senior, has your herd grown through this
Well,
project?
yeah, I started off with 1 or 2 at a time, and I was able to get it to 5, because I guess that's all the bigger my area will hold is 5. So
Okay.
I guess that's all the bigger I've been able to get it, but that's still plenty for me to handle.
Great. So now, Jaden, you kind of took a different route. What's some of the things you've been
I
experiencing?
have my own detailing business, and then I also have a beef herd. But my grandpa doesn't like to keep things small, so I started out with like 20, and my first year it grown to like 150,
Oh, my gosh.
and then it just kind of kept growing from there.
Okay.
So
Great. With FFA, as a national and state organization, you guys have an opportunity to go to conventions. I think you both said you've been to a state convention. What was that experience like in being such a large gathering?
it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's not as bad as nationals.
Okay.
I'd have to agree with him. It's a lot, but it's kind of interesting meeting all these new people coming from different counties you've never heard of before.
There you go.
And you're like, oh, where's that at? So it's just really interesting listening to them and meeting all the people there.
Okay. Great. Now, FFA has really changed over the decades, the 90-plus years it has been existent. I think it really started out meaning future farmers of America. I don't know if that's something that you're interested, Jack, of becoming a farmer, but certainly for Jaden, it's like, no, he is not interested in farming. He's more interested in owning his own business with an agricultural influence since we live in this area. Also outdated is that was mainly for boys. Now we have a lot of girls that are part of our chapters, and I think almost 50% of your membership are actually girls in it.
Our vice president's actually a girl.
A girl, and I think she's even looking at a career in farming and agricultural production. All right, so how many members are there in the Luverne chapter?
There's about 25 of us.
Right, how about you, Jack?
And ours, I think, is around about 30, maybe a little more than that.
Great. And as we're doing the National FFA Week, I know with your chapters you plan some various activities. What does Luverne have?
We have dress-up days, so there's Case versus John Deere. You wear red or green.
Okay.
And there's Western Day. You dress up in Western stuff, and PJ Day, and just the typical homecoming kind of stuff.
All right. How about you, Jack?
Well, I guess we're kind of copying him there. But we have, John Deere versus Case Day.
Okay.
And we have Country versus Country Club Day. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
And we have Western out. And then our Friday's just always FFA out or just gold and blue.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much.
what we have on Friday too.
Yellow and
Okay.
blue. So.
That does sound great. So now one thing with this activities that you have in the school, you want to bring attention to your FFA chapter. If some, younger schoolmates come up to you and say, hey, I'm interested in this FFA, what advice would you give them in joining?
I'd say you wouldn't regret it.
That's what I'd say, to do it. What's there to lose? It's
Right.
fun. Get to do a bunch of things you've never done before. So
I've wasted $20 before.
That is great. But thank you for joining me today, Jaden and Jack. And thanks to our sponsors for our Star Media production today. That's Papic Motors, Sunshine Food, Pepsi of Pipestone, Luverne Area Community Foundation, Sunshine Gas, and Real Estate Retrievers.